Okay guys, so we're gonna be practicing a lot of different techniques today. We are gonna start with the tree. So with the trees, you need to know that there's 3 thicknesses for the tree. There's the trunk, which is gonna be super thick. There is the branches, which are medium lines, and there's gonna be the twigs. And you might want to use a thin brush that comes to a point for that, to be able to make them ultra thin. So that you have the trunk, the branches, and the you have the twigs. Okay, so once you know that, you can make any tree by using those 3 types of lines. So I'm going to start with the trunk, which is the thickest. It starts with nice, let me just make sure you can see. Okay, and I like to have it come out a little bit. And now I'm gonna be doing the branches, which are in medium lines. Maybe you have another one here, the branch, okay? And out of the branches, you're gonna need a lot of twigs. And notice the twigs are much thinner, okay? You're not using a lot of pressure on the brush. You might even want to use another brush that's even thinner than this, has fewer bristles. All right, we are gonna wait for this to dry, and I'm gonna come back to this later. Okay, next I want you to notice that we are gonna be making a bush. And a bush is just like, most of the time the bushes that you see are green. So what makes green? Green is when we have these colors here, when we mix blue and yellow. So let's make a bush, and I'm gonna be putting equal parts blue, and I washed my brush because I'm going into the yellow, and equal parts yellow. And it's still much bluer than yellow, so there's like more blue and less yellow. So I'm gonna put more yellow, and I always wash my brush because there was blue in there. There's my bush. Now if I keep going like this, if I keep dabbing, I'm gonna have one color. For a bush, we want to have several colors at the same time, or several shades of green. So I'm gonna actually add a little white. Let's pretend the sun is from over here. The sun's coming from this side. So on this side of the bush, there's gonna be lighter greens. So I'm gonna add a little bit of white to this side. And remember not to like flatten it out. You wanna keep the rough look, because that way it looks like leaves. Don't overdo it. And on this side, because the sun is not shining directly on it, it's gonna be darker. So I'm gonna add a tiny bit of black to this side. Again, I'm not gonna mix it and make it a flat color or a smooth flat color. It's like the minute you do that, it's gone. You can't. And then in the middle, it kind of mixes a little. There you go. So that is how I make my bushes when I make the landscapes. Now, one thing to add in here is a shadow. So if the light is coming this way, then the shadow would of course be over here. So I would make my shadow would be on the ground over here for my bush. Okay, excellent. Now we are going to paint water. So a lot of you guys love painting water, and what I noticed some of the kids do is they go like this that's not gonna work. Some kids go like this. That's not gonna work. Especially if you want it to be realistic. So let's start with what we need. Well, obviously the water is blue, right? So let's start by painting the ocean, for example. And let's give this area right here an incredibly light blue. So it's gonna be white. I'm gonna put a lot of white in here. And then I'm gonna give it a touch of blue. A teeny little touch of blue. There. That's gonna be my sky. This is the most beautiful day at the beach right here. You can hear the seagulls. Can you hear the seagulls? I can hear the seagulls. Oh, I can smell the ocean. All right. Okay, so there's your sky. And here we're gonna make the sand. And the sand is sometimes gray and brown. I'm gonna make it more grayish. So we're gonna add some white. And a teeny bit of black. Ooh, teeny bit. I think I went overboard. I'm gonna take some away. There, that's okay. Oops. So there's my sand. My beach sand. Okay, now, hopefully my blue is dried up enough. And what we need is, the blue is not just a solid color. The ocean is not just a solid color. It's constantly moving and reflecting the light. So you can use some white. And notice I'm just using these horizontal lines. There's no up and down to my lines. It's just horizontal lines that I'm putting in the water. And so there's some lights in there. You might even want to do some pure blues in there. You might want to use the back of your brush. But notice there's no up and down to my motions. You might even want to use like a dry brush. This is called a fan brush. And I'm gonna put a little bit of white on it and then dry it off so it's not like overly saturated with the paint color. And I'm just gonna run across the water. Okay, so there is my ocean water. And when these colors dry, you can come in and add even more little lines. And some of them will be dark blue, some of them will be light blue, some of them will be white, and there. Okay, so it just, and also when over here in the surf where the water breaks, there's a lot more white because the water is like, there's a lot more motion going on with the water. It's hitting the edge of the beach. So I can almost hear the ocean, guys. All right, so let's keep moving with our next technique with going back to our cherry blossom tree. And I'm actually gonna dry off this part because I want to start showing it to you. There we go. Okay. So, same idea about not overdoing it. I am going to use a fan brush. You can also, if you don't have a fan brush, you can also put several brushes together and dry them out. Look at this mark. Haha. I'm an artist now. Okay, so my brush is super dry, and we're gonna give it a dry brush technique. I don't know why it's blue. I'm gonna rinse it out. There we go. So, you see how messy the bristles are? That's how you want it. So I'm gonna be making the cherry blossoms you see? So these bristles are holding the wet paint, and I'm just gonna go around and put dabs of white all around the outside, because that's where the blooms are. And sometimes the blooms cover the branches. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes the branches peek through. Okay, now this is where the magic happens, is you're gonna wash away the white, dry your brush, make sure the bristles are all messy again. Like he didn't comb his hair this morning. There we go. And we're gonna get some red. And don't dip your paint all the way down. Just like you're dipping a teeny bit. And we're just gonna, again, dab. And what's going on is that the white that I just put on there is mixing with the red. Now, if it's still too red, wipe your brush and get some white, and you're just dipping it. Let me show you again. You're just going beep. Okay, and you should see some hints of pink. Look at that. Now, if you keep going, like if you just keep going and dabbing and dabbing and dabbing and dabbing and dabbing and dabbing, you are going to lose these blossoms, and it's just gonna look flat. So if you want it to look like real flowers, you need to stop now. So that's where you stop, okay? All right. Now, let's move on to our sun. I have a problem with something that I notice my students always do, which is they put the sun in the corner. How many of us have done that? The sun is in the corner. Now, can we think of all the different places where the sun could be? I'm gonna get a pencil, and let's draw all the places that the sun could be. So, this is the horizon line. The sun could be over here in the sky. The sun could be behind the clouds. The sun could be about to go down or rising. The sun could be over here, and we don't see it. And the only way we know it is because maybe there is, there is a bucket in the sand, and the sunlight is coming, and there's a little shadow, and that's how we know that the sun is here. So let's think outside the box and stop putting the sun in the corner. I mean, yeah, the sun sometimes can be in the corner, but there's so many other places where the sun could be. All right, so let's sometimes make art where the sun is in another place. Let's do something different, okay? Now, talking about that, I am going to add a sun to this one right here. And I'm gonna have the sunset, and it's just gonna be right here, because it's already dried, the sun. And then, guess what happens when the sun is going down? The light of the sun reflects on the water. How cool is that? That's really neat. All right. I think that is it. Oh, no, we have one more. Again, with the fan brush. And I love the fact that it's called a fan brush. Let's get closer and look at it. This is what a fan brush looks like. Okay, it looks very, very different than this brush right here. This is called a round brush. And I don't think I have a flat, ooh, I do have a flat brush. And this right here, oops. I don't know where I am, there it is. This right here is a flat brush. So it's like a barrel that's been squished and it's really thin if you look at it one way, and then if you turn it, it's like thicker. So this is a flat brush. Okay, so now let's make a tree using the fan brush. And I am going to start with the fan brush this way. So it's gonna go like this. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to make these marks and slowly make them wider each time. And the key of doing this is not to dip. You see how the fan brush is not that dirty because I just dipped the little teeny edge of it into the palette. And you're not pushing down, you're just dabbing. Now, can you guys think of what we can do? What does this look like? Right, a tree. There we go. Okay, now, again, if you keep going, this is going to become like a solid triangle, and it won't look like a tree. So you have to really teach yourself to stop before you ruin it. There. Okay? And then you might want to get a regular brush, and you're giving it like the stem, or maybe there's like little peaks of it here and there. All right, so those are some techniques for landscape painting that you will definitely need, and I hope that you start making amazing landscapes. So exciting. I'm gonna put all of these here for you to take a look at. Thank you.